Welcome to episode number 52 of this MLB The Show 20 Postseason series. And today, I'm playing the ALCS between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees, as the Twins won the ALDS against the Kansas City Royals 4-3 in walk-off fashion, thanks to a Byron Buxton walk-off solo home run in the bottom of the ninth inning at Target Field. And that sent the Twins to the ALCS. The Yankees, on the other hand, played the Astros in Houston, and the game went to extra innings, and the Yankees won the game, I believe, 15-7 in 13 innings. They scored 9 runs in the 13th inning. The Astros scored 1, but now obviously it was too little, too late, as the Yankees won 15-7 in 13 innings. And I know I did say that this game will be in Minnesota, which it should be. For some reason, it's in New York, and I can't fix that. I can't change that. And then the only explanation I can come up with of why the name's in New York instead of Minnesota, because in this game the Twins are the 1 seed, the Yankees are the 3 seed. The only reason I think it's in New York is because this is MLB The Show 20. In the 2019 regular season, the Yankees had more wins than the Twins. Although the Twins are the higher seed in this postseason bracket, for some reason they put the game in New York, and the only reason I can think of is that the Yankees had more wins in 2019 than the Twins. But that shouldn't matter, because the Twins are the 1 seed and the Yankees are the 3 seed. But for some reason it does matter, or it's some glitch. But I can't fix it, so I can't change the game to be in Minnesota, and it's only 1 game. So the game is in New York. And then on the other side of the bracket, in the NLCS, it's the Braves and Dodgers. The Braves beat the Cubs in extra innings, and then the Dodgers beat the Rockies 5-2 in 9 innings. I played that game yesterday, off camera. So it's the Braves and Dodgers in the NLCS. Both the ALCS and NLCS are both 1 game still. It's Twins at Yankees, and then the Braves at Dodgers. So the Dodgers are the 1 seed, and they're playing the 3 seed in the NL, and the game's in LA. And the same thing is here in the ALCS. It just, for some reason, the game's in New York. I think it's about the wins, like I said. And then for the other side, the game is in LA, and I think it's in LA definitely because the Dodgers did have more wins in 2019 than the Braves. But the ALCS is on October 3rd, the NLCS is on October 4th, and then the World Series I would assume would start October 6th, and the World Series is a best-of-3 series. So whoever has home field advantage will be home for games 1 and 3, and then the other team will be home for game 2. So it's a 1-1-1 format. Game 1, day off. Game 2, day off, and then game 3 if necessary. So games 1 and 3 are at the stadium at the team stadium that has home field advantage. That's games 1 and 3, and then game 2 will be at the other stadium. So yeah, we'll see who it is. The NLCS will be off camera, and then I'll film the best-of-3 World Series on camera. Film every game. So yeah, it's Jose Barrios versus James Paxton. As you can see, the final score of this game was 4-3. That was the last episode, and then the final score of the Rockies-Dodgers game in LA was 5-2 Dodgers. So yeah, here we go. So no games on October 2nd, and then the ALCS is on October 3rd. So let's get it. Games at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Yankees, the red controller, the Twins, the blue controller. So yeah, the Yankees did have 103 wins in 2019. Twins had 101. So that's the reason I think why the game's in New York, although the Twins are the higher seed in this postseason bracket. But it is what it is. 1 game ALCS to determine who goes to the World Series. New Yankee Stadium, of course, opened in 2009. Quick counts on. Cloud cover's partly cloudy. I could either pitch James Paxton or Luis Severino, but I'm going to pitch Paxton, and then I'm going to obviously pitch Barrios. Obviously, this is 2020 rosters, of course, so out of all 10 guys, including the pitcher, the only guys that are left on the roster in 2024 is Buxton and Kepler. Everyone else, including Barrios, not on the team anymore. And then on the other side, is LeMahieu still on the Yankees? I don't know that. Judge definitely. Hits, I don't think he is. Stanton, yes, he's on the injured list though. Voit, no. Urshela, no. Frazier, no. I don't think. Torres no, and then Sanchez no. So I think for the Yankees, the only two guys left that are actually on the 2024 roster, Judge and Stanton. I could be wrong though. But yeah, LeMahieu and Judge batting in first and second, both 99 overall. And then the highest overall player for the Twins is 91 overall, Byron Buxton. Here we go, ALCS winners of the World Series. As the Yankees are trying to win their 28th, well, trying to get to the World Series, have a chance to win their 28th title, while the Twins are trying to get to the World Series for the first time since 1991, try to win their 4th title, I believe, because they won one when they were the Washington Senators, and then 2 in '87 and '91 with the Twins, or when they were the Twins.
MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees.
Should still be in Minnesota, but.
Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by
I've seen the glitch, or I've seen times before where these two teams play each other, and the game should be here, but it's really at the other team's stadium. I've seen that before. This is not the first time.
Gold squads have some good arms, and a team that gives the best outings are probably going to come out on top. All right, the stage is set. The starters get their
Here we go. 2020 ALCS lineups and first pitch coming up next after player introductions. As the teams opposite are introduced, and they'll stand up the first and third base lines for the national anthem. That's probably the thumbnail right there. Right there, with the teams up the first and third base lines and the American flag on the scoreboard in center field. Here we go. Glad you guys are watching here at home, or at home. Paxton, 29 starts in 2019, 15-6 record, 3.82 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 55 walks, and 186 strikeouts. Here's Kepler, who did a hit in the ALDS, but did an RBI and a fielder's choice. As we're on your way here in the Bronx. And ground ball shift is on, as the shift's still legal in this game. And that's the shortstop, one down to lead off the ball game. And here's the Twins starting lineup for the ALCS, winner of the World Series. It's Kepler, Arise, Donaldson, Cruz, the DH, Rosario, Sano, Buxton, the ALDS hero, Garver, and Polanco. Cruz that went 3 for 3 in the ALDS, including a home run. Arise went 500, and a line drive, a slide, no, it's off the glove of Torres, and Arise beats it out, and that will be a base hit, as a line drive ended up going off like the wrist area, or the heel of the glove of Torres, and Arise beat it out. It is an infield single according to the official scorer. Here's JD. Ground ball, this should be 2, 4, 6, 3, no double play, as the return throw pulled Voit off first base. So it's a 4-6 fielder's choice, 1 on 2 out. As Torres threw it away, as pulled Voit off the base, and Voit couldn't tag JD. That's a fielder's choice. Here's Nelson Cruz, who went 3 for 3 with a homer in the ALDS, and that's a ground ball to Urshela. And that's the first time Cruz has gotten out here in the playoffs. 1 hit and 1 left for Minnesota. Yankees coming to bat, no score here in the Bronx. Jose Barrios on the mound in the ALCS, 32 starts in 2019, 14-8 record, 3.68 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 51 walks, and 195 strikeouts. 299 to lead it off. LeMahieu and Judge, respectively. LeMahieu batted 500 in the ALDS. Line drive, base hit, as it goes right through the umpire's stomach at second base. Leadoff single for LeMahieu, as the Yankees beat the Astros in the ALDS, and the Twins beat the Royals in their ALDS. And the winner will play the Braves or the Dodgers in the Fall Classic. And now here's Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss, 1-2. As he batted .571 in the ALDS. And ground ball, this should be 2. A rise, flip to the Polanco. Polanco barehands it. Throws it to Sano. 2 down. 4-6-3 double play. And here's the Yankees starting lineup. It's LeMahieu, Judge, Hitz, Stanton, the DH, Voit, Urshela, Frazier, Torres, and Sanchez. So a single by LeMahieu and then a double play by Judge. Here's Aaron Hitz, the former Twin. Ground ball against the shift, but JD is right there. Throws it to Miguel Sano and an over. And the 1, no score here at Yankee Stadium. Top 2, and here comes Eddie Rosario. Batted .500 in the ALDS, had an RBI double. And a ground ball, shortstop behind second, shift was on, and 1 down. And here is the Yankees defense. And it's Frazier, Hitz, and Judge in the outfield, Voit, LeMahieu, Torres, Urshela in the infield, and Sanchez behind the plate. And here comes Miguel Sano from Minnesota. Batted .250 in the ALDS. Ground ball against the shift. Fielded by Voit, who Jeter jumps, throws, and he throws it away. As Voit threw it away, it stays in play, so Sano will not move up. But that will be an E3. I don't know why he did a Jeter jump throw. He could have just set his feet and threw it. But he did a Jeter jump throw or a jump throw and threw it away. It stayed in play, so Sano will stay at first base. And now there's Buxton, the ALDS hero. Swing and a miss, 2-2. That was 95. Ground ball, Paxton for 1. Second one, back to first. No double play. As it's a 1-6 fielder's choice, not a 1-6-3 double play. As Buxton just too fast. Now here's Garver, who did not get a hit in the ALDS. He's the number 8 batter. 2-2 count. Ground ball foul. Popped up. Foul ground on the edge of the warning track, and Voit will make the catch. Middle of 2, it's 0-0. Middle of 2, no score. And now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Batted .571 in the ALDS. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And here's the umpires. Kenny Jansen is behind the plate. So it looks like Kenny Jansen, the home plate umpire, has a small zone, but he will get. Kenny Jansen, the home plate umpire, has a small zone, but he will call that low strike. But most importantly, according to the announcers, he's consistent, and that's all a player wants. 2-2. Line drives against the shift, base hit for Giancarlo. Like I said, that Kenny Jansen, the home plate umpire, has a small zone, and he'll call that low strike. But most importantly, for the players and coaches, he's consistent. That's all a player and coach wants. They want the home plate umpire being consistent. So if you call this a strike, 5 pitches later, you better call it a strike again and not a ball. Here we go. Here's Luke Voit. Popped up, or fly ball, not popped up. Left center. Byron's under it. 1 down. I said Byron, which is his first name, if you're wondering. And here's the Twins defense. As you have Rosario, Buxton, and Kepler in the outfield, Sano, Rise, Polanco, and Donaldson in the infield, and Garver, Mitch Garver, behind the plate. And now here comes Jeter Urshela. Ground ball, this could be 2, 4, 6, 3. Good pick by Sano. Double play. 2 double plays, 2 innings for the Yankees, and the 2 no score. And now here's Jorge Polanco, top of the order to follow. He batted .333 in the ALDS. Fly ball, it's hit well. It won't be caught. Is it gone? It's off the very top of the wall. As that one almost into the short porch. Double for Polanco, as he was maybe a foot away from hitting it over the wall. And remember, it's a short porch in right field and in left field. As Yankee Stadium's like a high school field. I mean, it's 314 on the right field line. He probably hit that 320 and almost hit it out of here. As that was a foot, maybe two from getting out. But double either way for Polanco. And a line drive, will it get down? And it will! And it gets all the way to the wall. As the Twins will strike first. Getting the third is Kepler with an RBI triple. As Kepler with an RBI triple, nobody out. Polanco scores from second. And the Twins strike first here in the Bronx. As it got by Frazier all the way to the wall. And it's now 1-0 Twins. And there's a runner at third and nobody out for a rise. They're going to bring the infield in, nobody out. Top three, 1-0 Twins. Kepler's at third. And a fly ball, shallow. Frazier's coming in, he's got it. Kepler will stay put. As this one he's got. The last one he tried to do it by diving, but he missed it and went all the way to the wall. Runner at third and one out for JD. And they're gonna bring in the infield again. And a ground ball on the line, and the runner will stay put. And he steps on the base, Voigt does, and then throws home. But staying at third is Kepler. So a fly ball too shallow to tag, and then a ground ball with the runner not running. He would have been out if he ran. Now it's Cruz. Infield bat, 2 outs, runner at third. Ground ball, and the Yankees get out of the jam as the Twins get one. But they leave a runner at third base. They had a runner at third and nobody out, but couldn't score that run. But Kepler does get the RBI triple before that. Middle of three, it's 1-0 Minnesota. Yeah, RBI triple for Kepler with nobody out, but then they couldn't score him. As it's 1-0 Twins, here's Frazier. 3-1 hitters count. Ground ball, and that is past the rise. Base hit for Frazier. Now there's Torres, batted .500 against the Houston Astros. Ground ball to second for one, to first, and that is another double play. 3 in 3 innings, 2 down. 1-6-3 double play, and here's Sanchez, who had a homer and 4 RBIs, and batted .500 in the ALDS. And that's a ground ball, shift was on, base hit. Now it is LeMahieu, had a single in the first. Line drive, caught by a rise. End of 3, 1-0 Minnesota. Now there's Eddie. Ground ball, shift was on, Torres to the right of second. 1 down. Who? Rosario? I actually don't know. He did play for the Indians, then he played for the Braves. He still might be on the Braves, I'm not sure. Top speed for Paxton, 96 miles per hour. Top speed for Barrios, 93 miles an hour. Here's Sano, who reached on a E3 pitch, and that's a foul ball, right? That was right there. Remember, a short porch down both lines. It's 314 on the right field line and like 310 down the left. And that's a ground ball. Shift was on, and that's a base hit. I don't know where. I think Sano is now in like the Dominican Republic or something. Because the Twins let him go or didn't re-sign him after the 2022 season. So I think I assume he's probably somewhere in the Dominican Republic or something like that. Anyway, a 1-1 for Byron. Ground ball, good play by Torres, got him at second, and did not get him at first as Buxton beat it out again. That's 2 fielder's choices for Buxton. Runner at first and 2 outs, but now he has a chance to steal a base. He stole 2 bases against the Royals, and there he goes again. And it's a ball 4, so it's a moot point, as that umpire, Kenny Jansen, that was a ball. That surprisingly was a ball. That hit the zone, but it was called a ball. So it's a moot point because it's ball 4. But yeah, that's surprising that was called a ball, especially because he's supposed to be a low, he usually calls that low strike. But in that case he didn't. 2-1, 2 on, 2 out for Polanco. And a ground ball right to Voit, in and over. Middle of 4, 1-0 Twins. Now here's Aaron Judge, 0-for-1 with a double play, back in the first. He leads off the 4th, right to Sano. 1 down. Now here's hits the former Twin. 3-1 hitters count to Aaron. And that is a strike, and oh my, that was almost the same pitch that he called a ball in the top of the 4th, and he called this one a strike. Now full count. Ground ball, that might have, oh jeez, I ran right by it. That one, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at where the pitch was, and that might have been ball 4, or who knows, it was too close to tape, of course. And yeah, I just ran right by it, accidentally. But now here's Giancarlo Stanton, 1-1 count, 1 out. Foul ball. Ground ball, and Rines has got this one, barehanded by Polanco, pitched by Sano, in and over, as that little gap doesn't come back to bite the Twins. We head to the 5th. 1-0 Twins. I believe that's like the 4th double play for the Yankees in 4 innings. That's the 3rd or 4th double play, or something like that. Now there's Kepler, who had the RBI triple in the 3rd, but wasn't able to score, even though there was nobody, runner at 3rd and nobody out. This is a fly ball. Hits. The shift was on, but hits his dot at 1 down. Now here's a rise single in the 1st, and then flew out in the last at bat. Ground ball. LeMahieu. 1 down. Or excuse me, 2 down. And here's the postseason bracket. As you can see, the winner of this game will punch their ticket to the fall. As the winner of this game will punch their ticket to the Fall Classic to either play the Atlanta Braves or the LA Dodgers. And that, like I said, the World Series. Like I said, the World Series is a best-of-3 series. 1-2 count to JD. Ground ball, fielded by Voit. This one he'll throw normally. No error, in and over. Halfway home here in the ALCS. 1-0 Twins. And we're back here at Yankee Stadium. Let's go down on the field. Aaron Boone gets ejected more than any other manager, I think. I'm not kidding about that, too. That's supposed to be him, like, the one closest to us is supposed to be Aaron Boone. Kind of looks like him. But yeah, he gets ejected a lot. I mean, he just got ejected, like, a few days ago. Full count now to Luke Voit. Fly ball. Coming in is Kepler. And he'll call off a rise. 1 down. 5 hits for the Yankees, 4 for the Twins. And the Yankees have 1 error, which was by Voit. Here's Urshela now. The Twins have the run thanks to an RBI triple by Kepler that scored Polanco. And it's a ground ball off the end of the bat. Quickly 2 downs. 49 pitches through 4 2/3 for Barrios. Barrios is now, I believe, on the Blue Jays, I think. 1-2. Ground ball. No shift was on. That's a base hit. 2 out single for Frazier. His 2nd hit of the game. Now here's Torres. Ground ball. 2nd base. Force out, in and over. Head of the 6th. And it remains 1-0 Minnesota. Okay. Why is there a Twins fan dancing with the Yankees fans? Like, well, it's a lady, that's probably why. Yeah, but I wouldn't. I mean, you should not be dancing with other fans from the other team. But whatever. Here's Nelson Cruz, 1-1 count to Nelson. Line drive, but right at Voit, and to make sure it didn't hit anything there. 1 down. Now here's Rosario for 2 with a couple of ground outs. 70th pitch coming from Paxton. Ground ball shift was on LeMahieu from the outfield grass. Throws him out. 2 down. The shift is now not lethal anymore. Shift is no longer lethal, so you have to have 2 guys. 2 guys on each side of second base, and you can't have a guy on the outfield grass. They're still trying to do something like a shift, but you have to have 2 guys on the left side of second base, 2 on the right, and no one can be in the outfield. Or no infielders can be in the outfield. But they try to do something like a shift, where they shift the shortstop over, but he's still on the left side of second base. They try to do something like that, but still have to have 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And that's a fly ball, hit well, but foul. And then obviously there's a pitch slot too now. I like the pitch slot. It speeds the game up. Ground ball shift. Fielded by Torres. Jeter jump throw. And he got him. What a play by Torres. Middle of 6. And the Yankees get something going. We'll see. 1-0 Minnesota. Touch the remote. Hits 6-4 Yankees. Twins have been stuck at 4 hits for a while. Up to 2 of those hits were that double by Polanco and that triple by Kepler. Here's Sanchez, 1 for 1. Foul ball, and then Rise has a single, and then there's that other infield single, which that might have been a Rise's single. I'm not sure. Here's a fly ball coming in is Buxton, and he'll get there plenty of time with that speed. 1 down. Yeah, Rise is a single, Kepler is a triple, Polanco is a double, and then I'm missing 1 other guy. Here's LeMahieu who has a single. 60th pitch coming from Barrios through 5 1/3. Fly ball, is it hit? It's hit well, is it fair? No. That's foul by a good 15 feet. 1-2. Line drive, but Buxton is there with ease. 2 down. As obviously no strikeouts for either team. And now here's Judge, 0 for 2 with a ground out, or a double play and a ground out. Ground ball, and that's another ground out. So no runs the wrong way, accidentally, but still steps on first. We head to the 7th. Pitchers duel, 1-0 Twins. That's the Yankees wall, or Hall of Fame, behind the center field wall right there. Here's Buxton, top 7, quick game, 1-0 Twins. Ground ball, and it's past LeMahieu as he reaches glove out, but could not field it. And Buxton is on, and he could definitely steal second base. Now here's Garver, 0 for 1 with a walk. They're starting to warm up Chad Green in the Yankees bullpen. And he snapped his bat. The runner will advance, and it'll be kind of like a sacrifice, I guess, not intentionally. Runner at second, 1 out. Just watch out for the shrapnel of the bat. The bat went almost over. It went. Whoa! It almost hit the umpire. Almost hit the second base umpire. That's how far the barrel of the bat went. Here comes the Yankees pitching coach and the whole infield. And they're gonna leave him in. Top of the order to follow. Ground ball, runner will advance. Runner at third and 2 outs for Max Kepler, the leadoff man. It's a huge runner at third base. 2 outs though. And he's 1 for 3 with an RBI triple, and now they're gonna bring in Chad Green. 1 appearance here in the playoffs. Pitched a third of an inning. He must have gave up a few runs because his ERA is 27. But obviously he only pitched a third of an inning. And we know runner at third and 2 outs for Kepler against the new pitcher. Ground ball foul, 2-2. One more line drive base hit as Kepler comes through as he hit the splitter right back where it came from. As perfect on the splitter. RBI signal for Kepler. He has both RBIs. 2-0 Twins as he almost took the head off of Chad Green. As there's a 2-2 splitter at the bottom of the zone. Perfect. Hit it right back where it came from. 2-0 Minnesota. Huge insurance run. Here's a rise. Foul ball at the splitter, but it was much lower. The one that he threw to Kepler was on the bottom line. Ground ball, shortstop. Force at second, in and over. But Kepler has the second RBI of the game. He's driven in both. 7th inning stretch time here at Yankee Stadium. It's now 2-0 Twins. So obviously it kept Buxton the single, and 2 groundouts down in the 2nd and 3rd respectively, and then Kepler came through with a 2-out RBI single. And they're starting to warm up Trevor May and their closer Taylor Rogers, lefty and a righty, in the Twins bullpen. But Barrios, 67 pitch only, 3-1 hitters count to hits in there, full count. Shift is on. Ground ball against the shift. Polanco's got it, and throw to first is not in time. As he set his feet, if he threw a jump throw, he might have got him, but the infield single for hits. And now here's this guy. 3-1 hitters count to Giancarlo. Runner goes, and it's a hit and run. Hit it right where they ain't because of the steal. Throw to third is not in time, and the 1st and 3rd and nobody out for the Yankees. As that would have been probably a double play if the runner wasn't running. As 8 hits through 6 innings. No earned runs, but you might be in some trouble now. Yeah, it would have been a double play, but that would have been right to a rise, but he wasn't there because of the steal. Here we go. 1st and 3rd, nobody out for the Bombers. Foul ball, 1 and 2. But obviously the Twins would trade 2 outs for a run. Infield and double play depth. Ground ball, and the runner at 3rd will stay put. Runner at 1st gets to 2nd. He would have been out at home if the runner at 3rd ran. So it's a 1-3 ground out. Runner at 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. As the runner at 1st got to 2nd. So the infield's now back. Here's Urshela. Time run at 2nd. And a swing and a miss on the slurve. And a fly ball. This should score 1. Buxton's behind it though. And here comes the runner. Throw home by Buxton is right there, and it's not in time. And the Yankees are on the board. That was a good throw by Buxton. As good accurate throw. It was just a little bit too late. And if it was like, instead of 58 speed, if the runner had like 40 speed, he might have had him. And the runner at 2nd also got the 3rd. Runner at 3rd, 2 outs, time to run 90 feet away. It's 2-1. Here's Clint Frazier. And a ground ball, Arise. Fields, throws, great play by Arise to preserve the lead. And a good pick by Sano. Good throw, good pick. Good on both ends. End of 7, it's now 2-1 Minnesota. That was a good throw by Arise and a good pick by Sano. So I just said good on both ends. Top 7, Green still in for JD. It's now 2-1. Line drive, watch out. Foul ball. Barrios is probably done now, though. It's in line for the win. And good job there to only give up 1 run. And a little nubber down the line. Shift was on. That'll get down. And as a 1 hop or 2 off the wall. And JD has his first hit of the playoffs. It's a double. As he got jammed. But the shift was on, so Judge wasn't there. As Judge was in right center field. If there was no shift, that would have just been a fly ball. But a double for JD. And now they're starting to warm up Zach Britton in the Yankees bullpen, a lefty. Here's Nelson Cruz. 0 for 3 in this game. Ground ball. Runner will advance. Runner at 3rd and 1 out for Minnesota. So Nelson Cruz is 0 for 4, but good job to get the runner over. Now it's Eddie Rosario, 0 for 3 as well. And the infield is definitely in. 8th inning of a 1-game ALCS. They definitely want to try to cut the runner down at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. It hit the pitcher's bat. Throw to first by Sanchez is not in time, as the runner at third stayed put, but the batter is safe at first. First and third, one out for Minnesota. As it will be an infield single for Eddie Rosario, and now it's Miguel Sano. Infield now in double play depth because there's first and third and one out after the infield single off of the pitcher. Ground ball, base hit! Sano comes through, and the Twins are backed up by 2. As he hit it right where they ain't, between first and second, as he hit it through the 3-4 hole. 3-1 Twins, as the Twins are backed up by 2. First and second, one out for Byron Buxton, and here comes Zach Britton. As the runners on base are responsible of Green. He pitched 2 innings in the ALDS, no earned runs. First and second, one out. Here's Byron Buxton. Ground ball, and got him at second, but no chance at first because Buxton's just too darn fast. First and third, 2 outs. And now here's Garver, 0 for 2 with a walk. First and third, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle, and he's going to throw it to first, and a low throw, but picked nicely by Voigt. Middle of 8, it's now 3-1 Twins, thanks to Miguel Sano. Here we go. 6 more outs to work with for the Yankees, down by 2 again, and here comes Trevor May, who pitched in the ALDS, pitched two-thirds of an inning, blew a save, 1 strikeout, no walks, pitched two-thirds of an inning, and technically blew a save. But this is not a save situation. Here's Torres. Ground ball past Sano, base hit. Tying runs coming to the plate in the form of number 9 batter. And it is Gary Sanchez, who did have a homer in the previous series. 3-1 hitters count. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss. Full count, throw to second, not in time. As it tried to, it's probably a hit and run. The hit part didn't happen, but the run part did, and he's safe at second base. Full count now to Sanchez. LeMahieu on deck. Ground ball, base hit! And they're going to stomp the runner at third. Throws up the line, but nobody out, no chance, no reason to chance it. And now you have the go-ahead run at the plate in the form of LeMahieu. Starting to warm up Tyler Duffy as well. And Rogers is also warming up. Here we go. 2-1. Ground ball. This could be 2. It's botched by Arise. And it will be 1 out, but not 2, as the run will score. RBI ground out for LeMahieu, and it's a 3-2 game, as that should have been 2. So good job to get 1, but that should have been 2. That would have not ended the inning, but time runs out at second base, 1 out. 3-2 ball game. First base is open. Aaron Hitz is on deck. And Baldelli will put up the 4 fingers as they'll want Judge. First and second, 1 out for Aaron Hitz. And then it's Stanton after that if it gets that far. And remember, the pitcher has to face 3 batters, which he has faced 3 batters. They're going to bring in Duffy, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Runners on base are responsible at Trevor May. First appearance here in the playoffs for Duffy. First and second, 1 out. 3-2 Twins lead. And a swing and a miss on the slider. Good pitch by Duffy. And a ground ball. This could be 2, 4, 6, 3. Double play. And the Twins are out of it. As Duffy comes in, gets the 2 ball. We headed the 9th. The Yankees get 1, but not 2. 3-2 Twins, end of 8. Here we go, top 9. The Twins are only up by 1 again. Zach Britton will stay in the game. 2-1 count to Polanco. Ground ball. Top of the order to follow. LeMahieu, 1 down. As Stanton will lead off the bottom of the 9th for New York. And now here's Kepler, 2 for 4 with a triple, a single, and 2 RBIs. He drove in the first 2 runs for Minnesota. And a foul ball halfway to the cycle, but probably won't get it unless he gets a double or homer here, and then the game goes to extra innings. And that's a pop-up. by the ALCS logo, foul ground, 2 down. It's caught by Sanchez on the ALCS logo, 2 down. And now it's a rise 1 for 4 with a single back in the first. Ground ball, third base. Throw to first is in time as the stage is set. 1 run to tie, 2 to win for the Yanks. Middle of 9, it's 3-2 Twins. 1 to tie, 2 to win for the Yankees. And it's going to be Sanchez. 4, 5, 6 due up. It's Sanchez, Boyd, Urshela. And they're going to bring in the lefty, their closer, Taylor Rogers, who got the save. Or excuse me, he did not get the save. He blew a save. He blew the save in the 9th inning in the ALDS, but then the Twins walked it off in the bottom half of the 9th. So he blew the save but got the win. Here we go. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Here's Stanton. Ground ball foul. Shift is on. He's 2 for 3 in the game. You started on base if you're Stanton. And a ground ball. And throw to first by Rogers. Got him. 1 down. That's a huge out to get. 2 more. Now here's Boyd 0 for 3, and then it's Urshela. And a fly ball. It's hit well, but this will tail foul. Ground ball into the shift. JD throws it to Sano. 2 down, and the Twins are an out away from the Fall Classic. But it's not over yet. Here's Urshela 0 for 2 with the sac fly. Season hangs in the balance. Twins an out away from the Fall Classic. And a foul ball. Twins 1 strike away. And another foul ball. Draw a line drive coming in is Buxton. He's got it! And the Twins are going to the World Series! As Rogers gets the save, and the Twins get the win. 3-2, and they celebrate here at Yankee Stadium. They're going to the World Series to play either the Dodgers or the Braves. As there was a line drive by Urshela. Coming in was Buxton. He made the run, or he made the catch on the run. 3-2 the final. Twins of the World Series. Congratulations to the American League champion Minnesota Twins. As despite this game being in New York instead of Minnesota, it doesn't matter. The Twins get the win 3-2, and they get the win 3-2, and they are 2 wins away from winning the World Series. Kepler, who had obviously a triple, a single, and 2 RBIs, an RBI triple and an RBI single. He's a player of the game here in the ALCS. As Buxton was a player of the game for that walk-off home run in the ALDS, Kepler's the player of the game here in the ALCS. As he had a RBI single and an RBI triple, and the Twins hang on to win 3-2. As Rogers got the save this time around, went 1-2-3 as he got Stanton, Voit, and Urshela. 2 ground outs, and then a line out or fly out. He was 2 for 5, obviously with that RBI triple and RBI single, 2 RBIs of course, and his OPS was 1200. 3-2 is the final. The Twins are going to the Fall Classic for the first time since 1991, and they'll either play the LA Dodgers or the Atlanta Braves. So long from Yankee Stadium. 3-2 the final. That was a very good game. Kepler, like I said, player of the game, 2 for 5 with a triple, a single, 2 RBIs. And then he drove in their first 2 runs, so now drove in their 3rd run. And then LeMahieu had an RBI on that RBI ground out. And then Torres, right? No, not Torres. Urshela had the other first RBI in the sac fly. And then the second run was driven in by LeMahieu on the RBI ground out. Polanco had a double, Donaldson had a double, and scored a run. 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored for Donaldson and Polanco. Sano 2 for 4 with 2 singles and an RBI. The Twins scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and then the Yankees scored 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. So both teams scored 1 run in the 7th and the 8th. But then obviously the Twins scored that run in the 3rd, and then both teams scored 1 run, and then both teams scored 1 run in the 7th and the 8th. The Twins win at 3-2. Rogers went 1-2-3 and got the save this time. Last time he blew the save, but got the win in the ALDS. Barrios got the win, Paxton got the loss, and Taylor Rogers gets the save, as he's now 1 for 2. One save and 2 save opportunities for Rogers. And now the Twins are going to the World Series, best of 3 World Series against either the Braves or the Dodgers. And either way, they'll get a home game. It just depends who has home field advantage. If it's the Dodgers, I'm guessing the Dodgers will have home field advantage, and if it's the Braves, the Twins should have home field advantage. But don't count on it. Who knows? But if it's Twins Braves, the Twins should have home field advantage. If it's Twins Dodgers, the Dodgers should have home field advantage. But who knows? But either way, they'll be home for games 1 and 3 or game 2. It just depends if they have home field advantage or not. And then obviously game 3 is if necessary as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will do the NLCS off camera, and the next episode of this series will be game 1 of the best of 3 World Series, which will not be for a few weeks because I'm going on a road trip in like 5 days, and I'm going to start the World Series and do the entirety of the best of 3 World Series after our road trip, because I could do it before, but also I don't want to start it and not finish it, and also I want to do some other series. I want to do some episodes for some of my other series before our trip. So yeah, the World Series will start, and I'll start the World Series and finish the World Series after our road trip. So the next episode of the series won't be for a few weeks, but the Twins are still going to the World Series to play the Braves or the Dodgers. Hope you enjoyed this video. You should have, because Twins won 3-2 here at Yankee Stadium. If this episode, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 53, I believe, of this MLB The Show 20 postseason series. See you in episode number 53. And eat a lot of bacon. And go Twins. And I'll see you in the World Series. See you then.